Here we are, Bootup Sequence. A long time I didn't hear this music. Boom boom cha, boom boom cha, boom boom cha, boom boom cha, boom boom cha. Oh, I'm definitely missing those musics. Let's start, shall we? Captain, the pull is too strong! Their arms is weird, they have very wide arms. We are trapped in the wormhole gravity well! Oh well. I see. You heard this, Captain? There's one way. Go to the escape pods while I put the flight systems into overdrive. That should get us to the edge of gravity well. But Captain, that means... The captain goes down with the ship. You have your orders. Does it only apply on, like, ships on the water, not actual airships? Oh well, you're the boss. We won't forget this. I have to hope I've done enough. This cryopod should keep me safe. Looks like a Huh? It's over? I think here the transition is a little too quick. Like, I didn't get the feeling at all that they escaped, something happened, and he managed to survive. There should have been at least I would say, yeah, a fade out, a longer fade out, some sounds effect in the middle. Anything. Here doesn't seem like it happened anything. Okay, from his perspective it didn't happen, but unless you want to keep the point of view very strictly bound to the protagonist, which it wasn't actually, because at the start we saw the camera was a little far away from him, just a little. That for say, because I want to say that it needed to show at least, or make it sound like there something were happening. The transition here is a little too fast. Powers off. I'd best head to the rear of the ship and get it booted. What are those? Odo 1. Okay. Sure, let's see what we can do. And the menu is very limited, okay. Deck. Where are we? There's a sky, so maybe we are on the ground. The power room is this, okay. Left or right? Oh, we go left. Okay, at least it tells me where's the power room. Because I definitely don't know how the ship works. Let's see if I can flip those fuses back on. Oh yeah, another music. Yeah, I like this one as well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, this is a minigame, I see. Oh no, don't tell me it's... No! No! What? I don't like this puzzle. I don't like this puzzle, to be honest. Okay, I think though I never formalized why I don't like this puzzle. So, let's make it clear. This is a freaking difficulty spike. Because the game doesn't explain me how to solve... Well, of course, yeah. I mean, it's clear how it works. So, the game doesn't need to explain how it works. You can see that pressing activates everything around. Though, the thing it's missing is... The player might have zero expertise on this. And you clearly can't solve this by just pressing random buttons. This is way too difficult for someone that doesn't know how it works. So you're just putting a random difficulty spike in your game right at the start. Let's see. Supposedly in those situations, it's better to find a pattern. Aha! I did it, okay. Oh no. Don't tell me I need to lit all of them. Oh well, at least we have an empty board. Maybe we can manage something. Am I close? I'm not. As long as we keep it symmetrical, I think we can manage something, right? I'm pretty sure we are not doing it. Wait. Oh, come on! Again, empty board. I swear. Who invented this minigame? Why did I lit only one? Huh? Wait. That's a bug. There's also a bug here. There's also a bug. Well, nice to know though, we can just randomly tap that button. I swear. Let's try the other way. Again, there's also a bug here. It makes it way more difficult. Okay, here. At least you can press until it resets. The corners now? I'm trying random stuff. I'm back on square one. Nice. Well, supposedly... Okay. Let me think, because... I suppose there's some... I will press every button only once, right? Because there's no point in pressing this one twice, because it reverts back. Also, it's symmetrical, so that means we can work on this square. And we can find a limited amount of combinations here. Like pressing one and only one. So pressing only the corner doesn't work. So pressing the corner and the inner one, neither. Pressing 3 buttons? Not really. Pressing all of 4? At this point I don't think so. Okay. That's not a solution. We reached another situation though. We pressed all the buttons. Now, what if we press the first one and the third one? So all the borders. Yeah, doesn't work. Was it close to completion though? No. What if we press the first one and the one in the middle? Okay, same arrangement. And this one, sure. We are back on square one, yeah. What if we press the second one and the third one? Yeah, this thing is not working. Are we seriously stuck on this puzzle for so long? Flip one switch and everything adjacent flips with it. No wonder those lights are always out. Okay, this is the tutorial for the thing, but the thing is way too difficult on the first one. I would understand this one on a game with which is focused on this puzzle. So it starts simple, you learn techniques, because there definitely are. Guys, you know what? You know what? You know what? Let's pause the game for a second. We will return the game. We will return on the game right after. We need to do something more important though. we need to learn the trick so it won't happen in the future. Puzzle. Oh, minigame maybe. I don't know the name. How do I describe it even? Maybe it's this one, right? I need to know the tricks. We need to learn about the tricks. Lights out. Okay, here, lights out. Perfect. Now, is there a meta for this? This one, right? Yeah, no thanks. Okay. We can have the solver, but... Well, first the solver. Oh wait, it's 4-4, perfect. But also, I don't really want to use it. I want more like the meta strategy here. Okay, we have it. We need to learn it for our future, okay? Okay. Here. We are learning. We are... Okay. So, as I said, we'll play at least 1 hour for the game. Well, even less if I don't really want to, but... Here, for this game, we are considering this as learning, okay? We are learning now. We are learning how it works, okay? We need to know how it works. Not only for this game, but for the future, okay? We should keep the game... I think we should keep the game open anyway, though. Since we are in the RPG Maker category, I don't want to lie. Okay. We should keep it on the side here. I will put it here. Is it fine? No, wait. It'll be... We can do this. And we remove the avatars, okay. And we mute it, thanks. Okay. Some silence. Okay. So, how the hell do we do this? Works for inside the grid, but requires some knowledge that I don't know how to determine from scratch. If you want to do some searching online, the method is referred to chasing lights or chasing the lights. Start pushing the buttons on the second row corresponding to elite cells on the top row. Huh? Then the buttons on the third row corresponding to the elite cells of the second row, etc. This is what you were already doing. Chasing lights down to the bottom row, which is where the name comes from. The tricky part comes when you got a grid that's blank except the bottom row. To finalize... Okay, so you can technically light it off, right? You can press this and the top row is empty. Then those ones and this one is empty. And now those ones and... Wait. We need to do the opposite. Oh, come on. We need to do the opposite. We need to light them on. So this. So chasing... That's why... Oh, we solved it! We solved it! Wait! It was this easy. Though we need to learn how to finish it, okay? Though I feel like today we learned something very valuable for life. How to solve this freaking lights out puzzle. The way to finalize it is to push some specific buttons on the first row corresponding to the lead cells on the bottom row. And then chase the lights down from the top again. If you push the right first row... Oh! Wait, we have the puzzle... here. So for example, if we have... Let's do something like this. So, we should match those like this. Okay. And now we have bottom row like this. Oh wait, we should maybe remember how we did it, right? the way to finalize is to push some specific buttons on the first row corresponding to the lit cells of the bottom row. And then chase the lights down from the top again. If you push the right first row button, when you complete the second case, the puzzle will be solved. If pushed the right, okay. You have to just know which buttons to push on the top row to correspond to the specific pattern. If you can figure out a method to determine the right ones to push on the top, you can use a very similar method to generalize this inside grid. Okay, I think though it's enough. Because now let me push it into frame. Because now I don't know how to lit those, but I can just... there's no undo though. But I can light this one and see what happens. I can chase those lights. So we had those. Okay, it made it worse. So if I do it again, it will reset back to before, right? It will, interesting. So if we do the second one then. Let's chase the light. Okay, it's better. We turned one off. Before we lighten one on. We turned, which was it though? I forgot. Let's see. Can I backtrack? Oh well. So we try with this one then. Chase the lights. And maybe... Oh, it's different. Why is it so hard? This one. We are back on square one. This one. Oh, we did it! So at the end it's trial and error, but at least there's a decently... I think it's a reliable way to solve it. So I feel like we learned a lot today. Who needs life lessons when you have puzzle lessons, huh? Am I right? Am I right? Okay, though, the point is if you don't know this technique, you will get stuck on this puzzle. I think too many games used this minigame too comfortably, where it doesn't need to. So, or you make it way simpler, or you can even explain the tech in a book, I don't know. Did it! The power is back on! Also, what sort of airship uses the buttons to power it on? Good, backup is running. How bad is the damage? I need to return to the deck and run diagnostics. First, save. Thanks. I'll be surprised if I can leave the ground, let alone travel to space. Out of power. Don't you have an emergency opening for the doors? Let's see here. Power running backup, main elevator disabled. Cockpit operational. Flight system partially functionality. Spaceflight impossible. Life support offline. Well, it's good to know wherever I am. Wherever I am has a breathable atmosphere. Cameras damaged. Visual corruption. Drones running intruder subroutine. Unable to process commands. How the hell we are trapped? Wait, they don't have energy for anything, but they have energy for drones? This doesn't make sense. Hey, hello Ralph. Call me, it's another monster. Voices? Those are kids. It's gonna shoot high. Drone, stand down. I repeat, stand down. What's the voice? Was there a ghost? Blasted drone. Hang tight. I'll try to shut it off on my end. Again, they don't have electricity. Why use it? They can't use elevators and open doors, but they can operate drones. I don't think drones use less electricity than opening a door. There must be a way to shut down the drone. The archives. There must be a drone manual. Okay, though I appreciate it tells where it is. because the player doesn't know where it is. Okay. Almost. Should be here though. The power is too low. I can only query titles and their locations. Again, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I will not leave the thing alone. But you don't have enough energy to have complete queries, but you have energy to run a murder robot? How? Why? How did it happen? The manual is at the very back of the archives. So here? I can't afford to get lost in here. Those kids are counting on me. I'll set a timer on my data pad. If I feel I'm stuck, I can retrace my steps and try again. A timer? Ah, it's a pushing puzzle, I get it. Okay, so then yeah, pushing puzzle. This is more reasonable. Ah, it sets on every area, okay. Ooh, what is this? I can do this. Suddenly Sokoban. Why not? Also, why is the library this? Come on! This is a freaking spaceship! Why did they need to have a library this big? Maybe because they need to do something on long rides. I don't know, but that's still too much. What's this? The global library? They have too many books. I wonder where is the book that I need. I made it. The security manuals had better be there. Let's see. Draw manual. You can perform a manual shutdown by applying excess electricity. That's not good. Those kids might be carrying anything like a teaser or a push gun. Best I can do is relay the information and hope for a miracle. I think they are already dead at this point. But okay. Electricity. Do any of you have a tool or something? Electricity? Yeah, teaser, a cyber tool. Anything can make a spark. Spark? I know that spell. A spell? Ah, so that's right. Those are the heroes from RPG Maker, so maybe they have magic. I know that spell. Finally, stop moving. Again, I would be more careful on the timing, because the text here appeared right after the previous one. There should have been at least a wait before. Something glowing came out of its chest. Oh, the power cell. I think I can meet up with you kids. Oh, we aren't kids. See the pneumatic tube in the corner? I'm going to send down an anti-red formula. It will allow you to safely extract the drone power cell. Send it up my way and I'll jury-rig the elevator. Can't we just yank it out now? You will do no such thing. The radiation is dangerous. You'll die in seconds. A cursed object? Well, it's radiation for someone, cursed for others. It won't be long. I won't be long. Stay safe. Spells? Curses? Never mind. I don't like those kids being stuck in that room with that damaged drone. The Upper Chem Labs should have that what I need. Should be on the left. Thanks for telling me. That's probably not a lab. Though I can't stop thinking that today I finally learned how to solve the light puzzle. How do I make an anti-rad formula? Hopefully the scientists took notes. That's not a tube, that's... oh well. Scientists would transfer chemicals using this. Let's see, tutorial. I can't believe this. I spent all afternoon making purple chemical and it isn't used in the final formula? Okay, we are playing this game, I see. Isn't it funny that all three chemicals share the same primary base while making the formula? Interesting. Also, I like this sort of puzzle, but the information is relayed in a book But a book has more than one sentence, right? Should be a... There is the sprite, right? There is the object of the notepad. Or even the scrap of paper. The book is very excessive. So it's not purple, so we can definitely exclude... Ah yeah, with those two we can get information. So it's not purple, so it's not red and blue. So yellow is the core one. Should we fuse them? How do we fuse them? Ah, okay. And then yellow, and we got orange. Then yellow and blue, and we don't have them. Can we take two? No. And more yellow. Is it enough? Good, this is an anti-red formula. I send it down straight away. I like this puzzle. Sending you the anti-red formula. Check the tube. I got it, so do I just drink this? Yeah, should keep you safe while extracting the drone power cell. Righto. Got it, I'll put it in this tube thing and... Did you take the formula, mister? Good work. Hand over to the main elevator and I'll get it working in no time. And done. Oh, hello lol, how it's going? A classic Resident Evil 1 puzzle, I liked it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It only had 2 information, but well enough to extract the information. Those were the puzzles I like. They give you information and you need to determine... well, you need to determine the right option and exclude the wrong ones. Before we had the lights on puzzles, the one where everything we turn on turns off the adjacent ones and so on. But today we learned how to solve every one of those. So I feel confident going into the future. The story is we got a captain that got lost with a ship. And now maybe we are coming into contact with RPG Maker characters. I don't know, I feel like we got isekai'd with our ship. That would be a nice name for the isekai, right? I was going into outer space, then I got suddenly isekai'd into a fantasy world with my spaceship. That's the full name. We could make it longer though. That monster is back! Ah, it managed to get in! Another robot. Move on, old man! Can you fight? What? What do you mean it's a boss fight? This is the first fight in the game. Captain! Sure, what do you have? I can't use teaser, too bad. Charges your battery. Interesting, and boy with sword. We can buff... I just use a fire sword. She's the healer, so she's useless now. She can attack, let's see. And Spark is effective. Though, this battle came very out of the blue. We got puzzle up until this moment and now a battle. I would understand if the game tried to fuse the 2 words together, but for now I don't really feel like it's taking that sort of direction. The only way to see it interesting is if the game was focused on joining the 2 words together of magic and sci-fi. Though I don't think it's going in that direction in any case. I wonder who is missing in the party, since we got old captain now, instead of any other character. Okay, we won. we should talk. So you're telling me that magic exists? Sure does. And you need my ancient precursor airship to get to a sky island to fight a demon lord. What is this? Why suddenly a demon lord? Well, of course, there can't be a fantasy without a demon lord, right? Oh well. That's something expected, but on the other side, unexpected. Could you? Ta 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 ta. Full ears, full ears. Okay, you don't see, but I was actually dancing. What the hey, why not? Maybe the Demon Lord has some space that can get his old ship back to the stars. Fasten the seatbelts! Which seatbelts? This is not an airship! Oh well. A month of development, I can understand. Where is the Evil Lord? Ah, okay, it's over here. Game for the Game Jam. Okay, so we're not gonna fight the Demon Lord, I see. The end. Oh well. It definitely went beyond expectations. Well, in a way, I don't think I just didn't expect that the random guys from the RPG Maker world came into an actual sci-fi setting. Though it felt very out of the blue. Well, which can be nice, but even if it's a surprise, unexpected, I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense in the, or it doesn't add anything to the plot, or the. You could even say that's how the plot ends. Like the story is, oh, the captain sank with a ship, but managed to survive in another world. We solved some puzzles to boot something up and to save the guys stuck in the entrance. And then suddenly, oh bam! We're in a fantasy world, we have to fight a robot and we go to the Demon Lord. That came out of nowhere. I can appreciate twists that are unexpected, but this just... I don't see the reason for it. Because that's not an interesting twist at the start of the story. It's just how the story ends, with a random change of point of view, or a random twist. Surely it's more interesting having the characters that are from a different world stuck in a room instead of other guys I don't know. But that's definitely better than having random characters that don't add anything, but it's just way too random. Again, random is fine if it makes sense in the story. Here, yeah, you could argue that is the story, but having the story being random for the sake of it is a little weird. Though I liked the puzzle, except the lights out puzzle, but now I know the trick, maybe we can solve it.